Y'all, Married to Medicine. What can I say? Toya puts together a really good party. I do appreciate the effort that the women put in. I am totally taken aback by the Kinsey-ness of Simone's dress. I have to bring that up. I also, I don't know. I didn't like Contessa's hair. Even though back then in the Elizabethan era, it was good for you to have a big ass forehead. Like that was the thing. Like I feel like I saw a post where women would actually like shave all of this shit so that they could look like a baby egg or some shit. Like it was something about them back then wanting to be hairless and look like a goddamn egg. And yes, you can go look at certain queens, even the Queen of Hearts. Even if y'all ever paid attention how the Queen of Hearts had that big ass forehead, and it's because the women actually would like shave the hair so that they could look like that. So Contessa's, hell, it's on trend. Some of the hairstyles they on trend. But I'm very much bothered by by Simone. Why is her so bright? My God. Okay, Lord have mercy. I actually love what Letitia has going on. I think Letitia, like all of the little stones in her hair. I love the pattern of her dress. Somebody that would really look good in old clothes. Okay, somebody that would really, really look good in a old style of cloth. Okay, with an old ass nigga. Oh my God. Okay. So Greg and Letitia's conversation, when they went to lunch, it's so cringeworthy. It's so cringeworthy. And I'm gonna tell you why it's cringeworthy. Because I feel like both of them want to be on the show. And both of them are acting like it doesn't matter if they are on the show or not. It's like, come on, bruh. Like, you want to be on the show. Ricky, you want to do the show. You want to do the show. We know you want to do the show. He want to do the show and she want to do the show. The issue is, Greg, you decided to go and try to make this legal and complain to the network and made it hard for you and King to be in the same room at the same time because you got butt hurt that you got punked after you asked for that energy from that man more than once. More than once, you tried to press him, and a lot of people may not pick it up, but I said it before and I'm gonna say it again, bitch. I picked it up, and I saw exactly what the rest of them men saw, which was how Greg pressed him more than once and disrespected Quad. And it may not be any of those other men's job to correct Gregory for being abusive and all of that. It may not be up to those other men to have higher regard for the women in their circle and want to protect them from men who would drag them, put his hand over their nose and mouth and try to suffocate them. It would be so kind and so nice if when you knew men were like that, you did not let them continue to be in a group and be around a woman who they've abused. It's wow. Reality shows really force, people to be in the rooms with their abusers a lot of the time. And I feel like because it's Quad and Quad is a strong personality, everybody's kind of like overlooking it. But it's really no different than how fucked up it was for Mel and Martell to be forced to take together for all of that time. You know what I mean? Like that's a like when you really think about it, nobody should be forced to have to be around somebody that either abused them or is always trying to engage in some type of abusive, behaviors. And I feel like you can't tell me that that's not what Gregory is on. And Sweet Tea, like you need to figure out what the fuck you talking about because one minute you saying that, oh, I'm gonna go with my husband and it's whatever my husband wants. And then you turn around and say, well, I don't want to be ostracized because of my husband's decisions. You need to pick a side. You confusing the fuck out of me. I'm going to just tell you the truth. You really are. And I think it's because you are confused within yourself. And I saw a lot of the women in Toya on Watch What Happens Live, and they were talking about how Letitia is much different than she was last season. She's more violent. She's been pushing them and screaming at them. And I think that it is because the honeymoon phase of her abusive, toxic relationship is over. The honeymoon phase is over, and now he is showing you exactly who he is. You knew but you ignored the red flags, right? Because you wanted him so bad. And you wanted him so bad because it was about what everybody else was seeing and thinking. It wasn't really because this man is some great catch or something like that. Like, he seems to be impatient and mean and manipulative and feel as if he can justify how he abuses you. That's very problematic. And in the long run, as those men get older, they just get meaner. They just get meaner. If they don't have something that humbles them in life, like damn near dying or something, it yeah, it's really for the birds. They just gonna be an asshole from just here on out, and it's only gonna get worse. And you just gonna be sitting there subjecting yourself to unnecessary abuse so that you can say my husband. Like, grow up, man. Grow up. Grow up. I really need for y'all to understand there are more important things in life than being some raggedy nigga's wife. I need y'all to get y'all life together because this is just ridiculous. Okay. Um, her acting out is a byproduct of the abuse that she is, I feel like, going through. And just because she's also a big country girl and is gonna fight this nigga back, it does not mean that he's not doing the manipulative part of the abuse as well mentally, because we've seen the way he mentally best her. We see it on camera. We see the moments of him looking down his nose at her and blaming his actions on her, taking no accountability himself, and then them having that exact type of interaction with the rest of the group. The rest of the group ain't shit, but at the end of the day, like, we need to agree that you took this out of control, Gregory. You did. You took it beyond the area that it needed to go when you wanted to take it to the network and then go to the police and all of that. You took it to a level it didn't need to go to. So now extremes have to be put in place. Extreme measures have to be put in place because you took it there. And now you want to back away from it and act like it's on everybody else to deal with it. And I think that's just kind of fucked up as well. Like, you make a mess because of your ego. You have a temper tantrum because, I mean, you just keep showcasing yourself to be a bitch ass man. Like, you're not. And in my ways of seeing how I feel like when men have integrity and they are who they supposed to be and present in an honorable way, you're not that, my dude. Like, you just not. You're not that. And you showcase it over and over again. And this is a prime example of that. This is a prime example of that. Because nobody can win. Nobody can win. He can't win. Quad can't win. Letitia can't win. Nobody can win because he's upset, because he's bothered, because he can't get his way. It's really like, pathetic. I'm just saying. Talking about maybe it's time to back up. You shouldn't be here anyway. If you so happy, move on with your fucking life. You don't even like reality TV. Stop playing with us. You don't like reality TV, and Letitia seems very unhappy to be the subject of ridicule the way she is. So what the fuck is we talking about? Like, get off the show. Everyone arrives to the party. T has a pamphlet. Girl, this right here was one of the main parts that made me be like, oh my God. Like, y'all are really acting like one another. Greg and Letitia, y'all might stay together longer than we think just because y'all both have the same proclivity to start some shit and then act like you're a victim in it. Like, I'm trying to understand. This pamphlet by Lady Truella, the way she was reading it to everybody as if she did not write it or chat GPT it, the way the way she, with so much effort, she put so much effort into that. And I just kind of feel like, girl, that's. And you keep proving to be the goofy lame bitch I called you at the beginning of the season. And everybody, not everybody, but some of y'all got upset with me and felt like I was all fucked up and wrong. And I'm like, but she does these very goofy, lame ass, cringeworthy things. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Not Jamie wrote it. Oh my God. I know they thought, I know she thought that was, you know, cute, but it fell flat. And it didn't have the desired effect because Jackie knows that her husband's hands are all over other women. She knows her husband is not to be trusted. So at this point, you ain't doing shit telling me. You can't focus on nothing that's going on with you. So you gonna write a long ass pamphlet about how Heavenly is mean, Jackie getting cheated on, and everybody is obsessed with Quad in her new relationship. Girl, is it because you feel like they not obsessed with you in your relationship anymore? Is it because the novelty of you being a new girl and a new wife there to push Quad to the side is over and done with? Now that the women have realized that was stupid from the very beginning to be trying to ice that lady out because she divorced an abusive doctor. Married is present in past tense. I could divorce the nigga and still have been married to medicine. That's what the show is called. Do you see it here on the screen? So to me, I feel like they've always treated Quad less than. It's that elitist, we're doctors, y'all aren't, God complex bullshit that they all be going through from time to time. And if that's how they want to treat somebody that they need to some respect, that they have needed, like it's not like Quad is the only person that can do it. But to be very clear, I think they understand they need Quad on this platform because if not, you saw how tired we were with constantly seeing them argue with Heavenly and Heavenly apologizing and do the shit all over again to the point that now we just got to understand that the lady gonna say what she want to say and then people gonna let her do it. Like it's just, like it is what it is at this point. Ain't no point in continuing to be mad about it. But Sweet Tea in that pamphlet, I'm sorry, that was lame to me. And it didn't have the desired effect. And then they kicked you out the fucking party. Like bitch, that shit was embarrassing. Everybody could, and then she was like, I want to stay. I want to stay at the party. Girl, you're getting kicked out. Toya said, "Well, that's so sad. That's very sad that you want to stay and you can't, and it's time for you to go." I was so I was so through, bro. I was so through. They played, and then people were like, "I'm sorry, you have to go." I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You made it this way. You made it this way. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay. Lord have mercy. When I tell y'all I was laughing my ass I was laughing my ass off because I was like, not you putting in all of that effort only for you to get kicked out the party before they do the entrance, before they had the announcer come in and do the entrance. Okay, in the introductions of all of the couples of Married to Medicine. And can I say that I absolutely did love Dr. Heavenly's old Queen Charlotte look. And I was wondering, did anybody check Eugene about the fact that Queen Charlotte was in fact a real biracial German queen who married King King Henry the 17th, I believe. One of them King Henry niggas, like one of the, English king, she married and he was based off of a biracial woman. Charlotte is absolutely a real queen. Black people, yes, absolutely has certain levels of nobility. Um, Not a lot, but definitely has some. So yeah, you know why? Because people like the okay, people like the okay, people like okay. And when they like to do that with black people, you get biracial. Okay? Um, what's a rumor? I hope you're not talking about the Queen Charlotte shit because it's very much Googleable. Um, According to historians, she wasn't black. I I feel like she was biracial. That's what I feel like. And I feel like just because they didn't say she was doesn't mean that she wasn't. Especially because I mean, are all of the photos of her fake or something? Because I feel like I saw a portrait of her and she absolutely looked like a very light complected black woman to me. Like, okay, so it's not just me. I swear to God, I Googled it and looked it up and then looked at the pictures of her. And I was just like, nah, that's absolutely a biracial or a quadroon or some shit like that. And I don't know why anybody would not believe that. Do you not see what they just did with Meghan Markle? Do you know why they do that? Yeah, everybody has their racism, so they act like it's such a bad thing, but they want those women with African blood to be in their family lines because they're having a hard time procreating over there amongst themselves. Like, they're having a hard time, like, procreating over there. So I do feel like they go and find the lightest of black people that have like Megan has a black mother. So they go find biracial, very light looking biracial people of other ethnicities, but that look white so that they can mix their blood up a little bit more because for I believe a very long time they were only procreating with their own family members, and we see how that got some of them motherfuckers over there looking. Okay? And also as time has gone on, they have not been having children like that. And yes, rare but possible, black people had wealth. Like it's not a lie. Absolutely it is embellished, but there was absolutely some truth to it. Yes, the English royals would do inbreeding to keep, yes, they would keep the blood pure and all of that. But everybody's gonna fuck outside of that. So you're gonna have some bastard child somewhere and everybody dies. You know what I'm saying? Like there absolutely had to be moments like this. Um, so yeah, I'm just saying, I'm from New Orleans, and we have a very heavy history of that, of biraciality, quadroons, people mixing, getting rights to fortunes based off of the mixings. Like, so, okay, I'm more inclined to believe when I saw the photos of her. I mean, she looks like my cousin. My cousin is very, very white complected, and in Texas, people often think she's white, and she's not. She's not. Sometimes they don't understand that hair texture and facial features will tell the story a lot of the time. It's just it is what it is. Um, so yeah, everybody just calm down on going in on Toya acting like she was so wrong and Toya didn't know history and all of that. Like, right. Talk about her nose and lips. She like, come on now. All right, y'all. So let's press on. What else happened? When Quad and King got there, I feel like Simone works on my nerves because Simone is usually leading the charge in the King is so fine and oh, King is a man's man and all of this bullshit. But then you the first one to turn around and say that he was also at fault because he took the bait. I think it was so funny how when they were trying to hem Quad up, they were quick to try to balance out what before they felt like was not Quad's fault at all. What Dr. Gregory and King had going on. She wasn't even over there. She wasn't even over there. At the end of the day, Gregory thought he could rub in this man's face that I told your woman to shut the fuck up and she talked too much. I sure did. And if you was a real man, you would defend her. That's basically what Gregory told King. And when he defended her, Gregory bitched up, ran, and then called the police. And then that did not work out for him. So he went to the higher ups at the network and made it an issue long enough for them to finish out the season. Which is another thing. Phaedra could have done the last 2 episodes of this goddamn show. I know it's not shot like that, but you know which events the season is going to end on. And you absolutely could have went and finished filming on this and told everybody to kiss your ass, dress real cute, came with a new man, and then went on about your way. You could have did that. Like, it was just annoying to me to watch the women, Contessa and Simone and them begging Phaedra's ass to come back to their show. That's what it felt like to me. And I didn't like it because at the end of the day, Phaedra was looking for a reason. She talks out of both sides of her neck all the time. One minute, y'all are so great, and maybe she would have still been married if she had been around women who were supportive of marriage like y'all. And the next thing, y'all are all some, evil, mean spirited women that she can't fool with because she don't do that type of shit. Girl, you do worse than that. You do worse than that. Stop with the bullshit. You do worse than that. Stop playing in everybody's face, Phaedra. And that's all Phaedra do is play in y'all face. And if y'all gonna let her and Big T play in y'all face, that's y'all business. Not playing in mine. But I was here for Quad when Quad said, I'm not interested. Quad said, I'm not interested. I was here for that because y'all not gonna yo-yo the piss out of me and then get mad when I stand on my square and stop letting y'all pull me and push me depending on where the goddamn wind blow. Because that's what I feel like they was doing. One minute y'all on her side, y'all understanding where she coming from. We staggering the time and all of that. And the next minute you acting like Quad is the reason why they being iced out the group because she's not interested in being around them no more. And then it gets put back into the mind frame of, okay, so what if this was one of y'all? Would y'all be okay with it? They know they wouldn't. They admit that they wouldn't, but they still go along with this shit and impress upon Quad to do what makes everybody else comfortable. Man, fuck out of here. No, I'm not interested. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I like Quad and all of that, but if I that King is cute. King is real cute and all of that, right? He real cute and all of that, right? But I would very much still be careful. I would be careful. I feel like she done already jumped off the curb, so I'm wasting my damn breath. But it's been more than listen. We joke, we have a good time. Me and my nigga being here jonesing down, okay? But it was something about some of these little lame ass comments that he throws her way that I'm like, now does that not feel a little similar to Gregory? I'm always very, very watchful of certain things. I know people don't like to, commit everything to a character flaw, but I feel like it's not even about committing anything specifically. It's about just the adding up of the picture here. And once I see a puzzle piece that feels suspect, nigga, now I'm starting to pay attention to you in a different way because I noticed on one episode he made a joke about Quad. He made a joke about Quiet, and I don't remember it. I just remember that it happened, and I was like, "Oh, that was just a joke. Let that slide." This last episode, when she was putting the crown on her head, and he asked something about how if about how when you touch stuff, you get a reaction after all of that shit you just put on her hair. She not gonna get no reaction when she put that crown on her head. That shit didn't make no sense. The shit wasn't funny, and it felt like you was going out of your way to make a little slick ass comment for what? For what? It was something in that was the second time. I'm just saying, y'all, that was the second time. I'm not holding it against the man. Quiet said he's the bee's knees. Also, it was that time in the confessional when, she said they had been through even in their rough times, they still really love each other and all of that. And it's only been 2 years. Like, what rough times have you really had in 2 years? Like, some shit, some shit, I feel like I don't know if everybody pays attention, but sometimes the things are slight. Death of a thousand cuts is a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just paying attention, y'all. But I let it slide. I feel like I let it slide the first 2 times. I let it slide in the confessional and I let it slide the first time I saw him say some little slick shit. Um, but yeah. Okay. So I just want to be clear. I'm not even like being able to see the comments that good. But if I see somebody talking to me crazy in these comments over my commentary, I'm blocking you. So, just be well. Okay. You can disagree with me, but Bondy bye, bitch, you're doing too much. Get the fuck out. Buy my ass. Let me show you. Cause what you talking to me like that for? I ain't even read the whole comment. All I saw was Bondy by exclamation point. And now you blocked. I'm not doing this today. what else I want to talk about from this episode before I move on from this? Jackie's dress. Oh, y'all, Jackie be styling on you hoes. Jackie's dress was beautiful. Um, yeah, I really don't have much to say about that Curtis situation. We've all talked about Curtis and his hands being on people and shit. Jackie don't care, so I don't know why anybody else should care. Um, And I'm glad on Watch What Happens Live, Toya decided to pick Quad's side, in the way Watch What Happens Live was taking place. They was asking questions, and you just kind of tell that she was, letting it be known whose side she was on. And it's like, I'm glad y'all show some loyalty to the person that's been on the show with y'all for all this damn time. At some point, after y'all done tried to kick her off the show and gave her your ass to kiss over and over again, just so you can seek vengeance on some shit that happened 7 years ago. Okay, like it's wild. It's mad, mad wild what be going on. But it was a good episode. I think it was a really it was a good season for the most part. I think they kept us entertained, but at some point it got just ridiculous and repetitive. I also feel like I don't like that they were hiding the shit that Sweet Tea was doing. Apparently Sweet Tea was like really violent with people this season, like pushing people and all of that. Toya said that as well. And I'm mad that they hid it, and I wanna know why. I'm mad that they hid it, and I wanna know why, because essentially I feel like I need y'all to show the full, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to show the full scope of the situation and stop trying to give people good edits and let people be good and bad, because that's what people are. One moment they in the right in a situation and the next they not. It is what it is. Um, Especially on a reality show, that's the rhythm of this. Mimi, thank you. She should be mad at who Letitia mad at Mimi. She should be mad at Mimi. She should. Because Mimi talking about, oh, here come Messy. Messy 1 and Messy 2. I was just like, oh shit. What happened to protecting your covenant and all of that? See, I hate when people do this because they do this on reality shows all the time. You pretend to be friends with somebody to get on a reality show, or they enter you into the show by way of a person. So now we're thinking that y'all are connected more than y'all really are. And then as soon as the person gets in the group, if they can do something to prove that they're, in with the largest part of the group, they will prove themselves by hanging the other person out to dry who they came into the group with. So it's just, they do it all the time, y'all, almost as if it's written in a script for them to do that at this point. But also, human behavior doesn't vary as much as everybody would like to believe it does. Okay. Um, Janie White, thank you for the super chat. Did you see where Sweet Tea interested that Toya's tooth was yellow? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I saw that. I was wondering who she was talking about when she said that. Girl, listen. It be lame. It be whack. It be lame and it be whack. Okay, like I got a yellow tooth and you got a molly, like bitch, what the fuck? Like, oh well, like we could you you rib me, I rib you. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, nigga that paddywhack, bitch. Like, oh well. Like they wilding out on this show right now, y'all. But I thought that was very interesting how that all played out. But again, it was a good episode, good season. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the reunion show. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick little break. Do me a favor, like the video, support my channel. Do that, do that, do that. Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere. Shit. Then here comes Cecil. Let me say, after all the interviews and jabs from the ladies, I'm officially out of the women's business, not trying to fix anything else. I'm riding with my wife. That's the safe thing for you. That's the safe thing for you to do. And you should do that. Okay. Then Okay, I don't know if this was new or old. I think this might have been recent, but to watch Heavenly and Quad going back and forth.
Huh? You had security. Well, production brought security, so we always gonna have security. You know what I mean? As we should, because you almost got your ass whooped at the reunion, from what I hear. It wasn't you finna whip it. It wasn't you. But I'm too classy to fight. It wasn't you, and I'm too classy too. I got a whole doctor's degree, and I am board certified, bitch. I'm not finna fight. Act like it. I'm boy, so no, but I do act like it, bitch. And this is what it act like. When you get it, bitch, then you can tell me what it act like. Bitch, calm down. Now, let's not do this. I'm not worried, honey. You've been having a lot of shit to say, but I'm pulling up on your ass tonight. What's up? Wait a minute, what? This my fucking YouTube, bitch. We can do it. And I'm gonna help you out. You didn't get no reunion. I'm gonna help you out some more. Let me help you out. Y'all subscribe right now and let me tell Quad ass up. Let me watch your energy with me. Be real quick. Watch your energy with me, Quad. I don't like it. You don't run shit. You run shit at your house. Nothing over here, okay? Goddamn show run this damn YouTube because your ass about to be locked off for this. Why do you want to do that? Now you can. I know you can take it out all. Oh, I can take it. Hopefully, you okay. Well, then, I want to stay for a while. Stay for a while. I ain't gonna be here this goddamn long. You might want to start your own goddamn YouTube. I'm not with a gossip YouTube, but I come okay. Well, then this is what we do. Why are you here then? Because this is what. Because I'm gonna come on yours and fuck it up for a minute. What's okay, up? Well, get you some more views. Let's talk about the looks then, and I look the best, bitch. What? Well, and guess what? You're supposed to think that, huh? Yeah, security.
When I tell you, Quad was eating her ass up. Quad was eating her ass up, baby. Okay, that shit was entertaining.
It would.
Okay, what else did Heavenly say?
I did the Quad. I'm indebted to her, and I said it over and over again. I did not think about it. Bringing your ex on, I would have never wanted somebody to bring my ex on. I wouldn't have. Jackie wouldn't have. Simone wouldn't have, and Toya wouldn't either. Nobody would. That just goes without saying. I think I've been trying my best, correct my wrongdoing, and I'm sorry that Sweet Tea, you just been a pawn in this whole thing. You just really have been, and I hate to say it, but I will say this. I'm trying not to give y'all too much. I will say this. I will say a king will always protect his queen, no matter what. I don't know what y'all talk about, what y'all saying. A king will always protect his queen. Damon will always protect Heavenly. Heavenly be wrong as hell. Yes, she do. He does talk to me outside. He's never going to embarrass me in public. He's just not. Y'all do what y'all want to do. And I don't think Eugene does it either. So Montoya does, and Eugene don't correct her in public. I don't see. Now, the only person that I've ever seen that did what I did to Quad, they probably would not stand up for his wife. It's probably Cecil. Cecil is Team Quad. He's has been. But King is going to stand up for Quad. Eugene is going to stand up for Toya.
So that's why Cecil said that he was, Team Simone. And I don't even think, I hate that she said it like that, because I don't think that Cecil is really Team Quad. I do think that he has an affection for Quad, but I really think it's about right is right and wrong is wrong in Cecil's eyes. I think he sees that Simone is always having an issue with Quad, and it's not like Quad actually did her anything. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he just feels like the amount of anger that she may have might be a little bit misdirected.
The new dude, Steve, is gonna stand up for Dr. Mimi. He just is, and he said it. He said that you don't play about that one. I don't care what she did. And I think that's how. I ain't gonna even say older man. I'm saying my man. I'm saying my man. That's how my man think. Like, I know, and Damon looks at it as this reality TV, y'all girls going in on each other. Heavenly might do more or less or worse or better, whatever it is, but he tries to stay out of it. But you ain't gonna never disrespect his wife if you a man. He gonna let the women go because the women have come to him, which I think is stupid. I think it's dumb for Sweet Tea to come talk to my man. I do. That's just me. I try not to talk to the man, and I said that very from the beginning. But he's never going to disrespect somebody else's wife. That's just embedded in him. And right, wrong, and different. That's how he feels, and that's how I feel. I think the men should stay. And right, wrong, and different. That's how he feels, and that's how I feel. I think the men should stay out of it. If that's you know what I mean, and they've been called into it. And I do think that if you got a problem with somebody's wife, go talk to their husband. If you a man. And right, wrong, and different. That's how he feels, and that's how I feel. I think the men should stay out of it. If that's you know what I mean, and they've been called into it. And I do think that if you got a problem with somebody's wife, go talk to their husband. If you a man. And right, wrong, and different. That's how he feels. We tired. G&T, breaking T, going too dark. I agree. Simone is low down and aggressive witch.
I think Simone is hurting. I don't know where she's hurting at, but I think Simone is hurting. We're all hurting. Aggressive bitch, witch. You said witch, not bitch. Witch. As soon as we get back close to track, here comes Simone whipping and hollering and dogging Quad. I know Simone gonna be pissed that I say this, but I'm gonna say it. I think Portia was right. I think she was looking for a moment. I really do. I do think that. I think that sometimes she's grasping for straws. And she was looking for a moment. And I think that's what the moment she was. And it hurt Quad to her core when that bitch said, when that young lady said, that doctor said, it's karma what happened to you. That hurt me. Like, I was like, God damn, Simone, really? Like, y'all can say I'm a messy bitch. I am, but I have levels to my mess. If y'all say, okay, I brought sweet tea, in my mind, I wasn't thinking like y'all thinking. I was thinking like, let's say Quad, because I feel like if you got Greg and sweet tea, they gonna have to have Quad. That was my thought. I wasn't thinking about, okay, bringing her husband back. We tired.
All right. I agree. I agree with what Heavenly was saying right there about Simone and what she said, and that's taking it too far. And what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I really don't understand what Simone's issue is. You know what else? I really wish y'all would let
What I
go.
did.
I wish y'all would let go of this whack ass argument that y'all always bring up. She's not married to medicine anymore. The show is not really about medicine if you paid attention. It's about the women and their connection. They don't have to be connected to medicine in order to be friends, in order to have the connection once it's already been put in place. Quad was married. Quad is a part of the group. Quad is on the show. It doesn't make sense to me for you to feel like just because she got divorced, she should no longer be on the show. That doesn't make any sense. That's something you say because you don't like somebody. So you're trying to find a reason to invalidate their existence on the show. But the truth of the matter is, if you were actually being real with yourself, you would recognize that Quad is good for this show. They need her type of energy in comparison with theirs. Like, you saw the way her and Heavenly was going back and forth. That shit is gold. And that's the type of shit that they would have going on in previous seasons. Quad is really quick with it, and she is good. She's funny with it. She's dramatic. You may not always like her. You may not always agree with her, but she's good for reality TV. Just like I can admit that even though, I feel like Portia has a whole bunch of like weird character flaws, she's still a beautiful woman. And that is very pleasing to the eye on a reality TV show. Seeing her walk in beautiful outfits, her body looks amazing. All her work has been done really, really well. Her eyes were starting to look a little like, I was like, hold up, let's chill out a little bit. But her hair, always done to the nines. Like, you can see how certain people fit in this sector in the way that they do. So I think whenever y'all try to invalidate why Quad is there, I just kind of feel like, shut up. You're just being a hater. Like, you just hating on somebody because you don't like them. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, she has been one of the most entertaining factors. I don't even really like Mariah, to be very clear. Because I don't like people that feel like, oh, I can't be your friend when you no longer want to be my minion. And I think that's the way that Mariah treated Quad. But at the end of the day, she was still hilarious and good for the show. She was still good for the show. Like, it is what it is. A lot of us don't like big football head ass Ashley on Real Housewives of Potomac. We still recognize that she's good for the show. Messy, annoying, you know what I'm saying? But that creates some type of tension, and that creates story. That's the shit that we're here to see. That's the entertaining part. Nobody wants to watch no kumbaya ass show. And another thing that I want to say before I get out of here is this whole conversation about Married to Medicine versus Real Housewives of Atlanta and we as Black women. Shut the fuck up. Stop with the bullshit. It's a messy reality show, and talking about each other's reality shows, commenting on each other's reality shows is a overall. I'm gonna mention y'all mention us, whether it's good or bad. Everybody's getting press. Where there's a whole bunch of fodder around boat shows, so people are gonna be watching and paying attention. And that's smart. It's smart for them to have some type of shit going on amongst these two Black shows that are premiering one after another. They also are in the same city, so they know each other. So yeah, they had one person moving from one show to the other one. Like, it made sense that they might have some type of issues. And I also want to say that Phaedra fucking started it. Phaedra started it. Simone absolutely be wanting to have a moment. But I have to wonder why. Why do you use these things in order to have a moment? It's given because you have something else going on, some other issue that you don't want to be honest about because it makes you feel like, you playing yourself for admitting it. But I really would like to understand why you're so venomous towards Quad. This little girl gave us her ass to kiss, and I went and filmed with the man that beat her ass. I sure did. Okay, weird ass bitch. Maybe you need to take a breather. But I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that maybe we need to bring Cecil's homegirl Tammy on the show. And I feel like maybe they should. Cause I always wanted to see that play out. I always wondered what happened. I always wondered what Tammy was like. Like ever since that happened, I always wanted to see what Tammy was like and how her and Cecil interacted. So I would have loved for somebody to have bring her ass back on the show. That would have been good and messy, right? Good for the goose, good for the ganser. Don't do to people what you wouldn't want them to do to you. That's some weird ass shit, Simone. I don't know what you got going on. Yeah, you want a moment, but it's giving deeper than that. And also, she may have wanted a moment, but she was not lying about Portia being a mean girl and Phaedra wanting to go back over there and do freaking frack with Portia. Yeah, you wanted a moment because what was the point of bringing up Portia for real? But that's a part of it. That's a part of it. You wanted a moment for sure, though, but I didn't disagree with what you said. But again, that can be said about her as well. So it's a whole bunch of mean bitches on reality TV, and we're gonna enjoy it. Okay. Meow. I hope y'all enjoy my review recap. Okay, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Come back, and I will see y'all tomorrow for a Bondy Blue show, girl. Peace out.